Casual stream. I was thinking of playing 3 different games, but then I decided to devote the entire time to War Thunder. Today's broadcast is being recorded on the 8th of September 2018. It's 4:58 p.m. Eastern Daylight Saving Time. We broadcast out of Tampa, Florida, here on the East Coast of the United States. Let's get started. I was playing as we were getting ready to go live. So I jumped out of so I could restart. Gonna go ahead and move my camera over to the right side there. The only drawback to having that on the right side is that it's where the little radar indicator is at. But we don't really need that. I can use the map. Alright, let's going. As of now, we already did our daily bonus. We got this one as our active bonus. So upon activation, it gives us 15%, I guess that's research, for all battle actions and mission reward. We have either 23 hours left or 9 missions, whatever comes first, till we have to get another one. Right. As of now, our plane is pretty stocked, pretty decked out. So let's go look at it. These are our modifications. This is the I-15 M22. I don't know why it's called the M22. I think it has to do with the machine guns that it's carrying. However, we're armed with 50 kilogram bombs, which is 64 kilograms of mass. The explosive mass is 24 kilograms, which gives us 50 altogether. Its maximum armor penetration is high explosive action is 79 millimeters. Radius of destruction of armor vehicles is 7 feet. Radius of fragmentation is 225 feet. So we'll be using tracer rounds. These are a choice of ammunition. We'll be using a tracer round ammunition because we're learning. We don't expect to be doing a whole lot of shooting. I don't want to waste any ammunition. And this is where we're at. This aircraft is already done researched. So let's go on to the next aircraft. So if we go to our research tree, this is right here. Expand that out. You can see we did the M22, which is this one. Okay, so let's go back and look at this one. This one we're still upgrading. He's currently researching no, we won't be purchasing. He's still researching these. So once we finish all this, I believe it's going to we already have these 4 planes unlocked, so we're researching all them. This one's still being researched. Although we haven't been using any of these aircraft in battle. We got this one unlocked, yep. If you take a look, these are our reserve planes, and what that means as far as the gameplay is, it doesn't cost you anything for repair, so you'll maximize your money while you're learning. So right now, that's what we need to focus on, is learning both how to play the game and giving our pilot crew more experience. Now we only got one guy because it's a single plane. So let's go look at our crew skills. You see our pilot here, we're currently got 22 points available. So we need to distribute those points. What we're doing is just going down the tree here. We're going to do, this is our next skill up, which is G tolerance. And we'll apply that. So we'll be grinding out another 22 points. You can see each time you add one, they double in point factor. But G tolerance is going to allow us tolerance of positive and negative G forces. In the mouse aim mode, the skill affects control accuracy of the aircraft. We won't worry about that because we're playing in realistic mode on a PS4, which we're using a game controller. But this allow the pilot not to black out as much. When you're doing tight turns and maneuvers, there's two factors that are working against you: the human body and the limitations of the aircraft. And if the aircraft starts breaking down, it'll stall. The human breaks down, you'll black out, and you'll see that in the game as the screen turns red and your kind of bloodshot eyes. So we want to increase that ability. So one thing that I am doing while I'm training up this guy, and I should backtrack a little. As we're staying with this preserved aircraft, we're doing so because we want to focus on training our crew member. So we've gone up to level 3, and this is where we're going to be focusing, and we're going to be probably shot down a lot, so we don't want to waste any money, and so we don't want heavy repair cost. And that's what we're doing right now, is we're training our crew. So here we go. Jump in the queue. Today's official snacks are Tostitos brand with salsa, restaurant style salsa, and we'll be drinking root beer, Bark root beer. We're not getting paid for any of that, but it's good to let people know. I like Bark root beer because it's one of the only brand of root beer that has caffeine. Since I have ADHD and OCD, caffeine is your friend. One thing I have noticed in this game is the queues are very long, and that's why I've brought along snacks. Just be waiting for it to pop. According to the information there, it's 1,276 battles going on. There's 43,000 people in the queue. At least for me, in the last couple days, I would say the last 2 days. This is, I think, our 7th day of playing the game. And the game's starting to become exciting for me. Look forward to playing it now. And that's kind of why I dedicated all 3 hours, or 4 hours, to playing this. And at 9 o'clock we'll jump over to World of Warcraft. We probably won't be streaming tomorrow. I have to work. So I work till like 6 at night. So by the time I get off, drive all the way home, stop by the store, get changed, it would be like 9 o'clock at night. I don't know if I want to stream at that time. We'll see. Plus we normally do our retro stream on, not stream, but it's when we record our Sunday night World of Warcraft footage. Generally playing alt that night. Call it retro night. I can't tell which game I like more. Or either War Thunder or Star Wars Battlefront 2. I like both games. This game's going to be really awesome once I get the Naval Pack, which is about $60 investment. I decided to split that between 2 different paydays, so it's a $25 investment each payday. So if I string it out to 3 paydays, it'll be a little less. But I'm looking at another game I want to buy is actually 2 games I want to buy is definitely going to be acquiring BattleTech. But I want to acquire. I saw a game. Mighty Jingles was just showing it today called Victory at Sea Pacific Campaign. But it's based on the old. There used to be an old TV show that used to come on in the United States on Saturday mornings called Victory at Sea. The game is based on that. It's kind of cool. One of the first comprehensive tactical and strategic games I've seen for the Pacific campaign in naval warfare. Not a whole lot of big naval games. I mean, World of Warship is cool, but it's not very tactical game. Actually, in terms of carrier, no one actually in the game forms up in realistic formations, which would, I think their win rate would be higher if they actually formed a proper naval formation. But you're playing but a bunch of dummies that don't know how to, the benefit of doing that. This game looks like at some point you could form up with a squadron, which if you could play with the same people all the time, you can use formations, which will greatly improve your ability to survive in the game. Why one would want to be in a formation isn't because it looks fancy on paper. It's because when you're working as a unit, you're in a defensive setup, and each element in that setup increases your defensive factor by a factor of 1. So the more planes you have in that squadron flying in a defensive formation makes you stronger as a unit. Rather than trying to fight one guy at a time, you're fighting 15 people versus 1 guy, which you'll probably win. So if you hold that formation, you fill a wall of lead out there in front of you with machine gun fire, you'll probably hit whatever's in front of you. Doesn't matter how fancy the maneuvers are, they're gonna get hit. That's why B-17 formations flew in these massive 50 plane formations, because it made them defensively strong. And each one of those planes had gunners on there, and it would maximize their anti-aircraft. And just any fighter that would fly in that zone, it would just obliterate. Now, with anything in life, nothing is perfect. So, didn't mean they had a smooth sailing all the way to the target. Smooth sailing all the way back to England. It's just, it's a formidable defense. And you have to keep in mind, bombing squadron, they had to come all the way from England, fly all the way through Europe, drop a payload, and then turn around and come all the way back to England. So, and in real life, they didn't just fly, like, if you were going to go bomb a target, they just didn't fly straight in a line to the target, because that would tell the enemy where you're going. They would fly an air campaign, which goes over a massive air map, and they would fly 12, 13 formations or units all over Europe and hit 10 to 12 targets a night, so that the enemy wouldn't know where they were flying to, and they didn't know where the primary targets were, because of the 12 targets they're going to hit. They got to figure out which one of those 12 is the primary, secondary, and tertiary target. And that means they only had 30% to figure out where they're going to hit. And remaining 70% of that is dummy targets. Which I would wish people in this game would take advantage of that. We're using a light fighter, and one thing I started doing today is that a light fighter isn't really designed to go out and bomb a target. It's designed to stay close to the airport and be a defensive unit for the squadron. He's like the last line of defense in case of you're there just to circle the airfield and provide what they call nowadays it's done by helicopters, but they call it a combat air patrol is what the Navy calls it. And you're just a gunship defense. That doesn't have to be a sophisticated aircraft to do that, because you're not going to be flying any great distances. You're just going to be circling the airfield. That's what we're going to do. So if you see us circling the airfield and you're wondering what the heck are you doing, that's our job. We're going to stay in our defensive posture the entire game and wait for the enemy to come. We're going to let the better planes go out there, the strike aircraft go out and bomb the enemy. So we're going to let everybody go, and we're going to maintain our defensive position over the airfield. Okay, so we're going to get airborne, and we're going to circle between here and the we're going to be covering this grid A and B, 3 and 4. We're going to turn, maybe we're going east. We're going to try to get airborne. We want to get up to about 10,000 feet. That way we can come down on any attacker. Now in real life, formations don't really fly in straight lines. What they do in reality is they circle the airfield and they gain altitude as they're going up. As we're spiraling around the airfield and maintaining our cover, we're going to be going in altitude up to our primary fighting altitude, which is 30,000 feet for this aircraft. Now a plane can't just fly straight up. It has to do a gradual series of what are called parabolas, where you dip your nose, build up your speed, and go up and gradually just keep going up till we get to our parking orbit, which will be around I think we're going to go up to about 15,000 feet. That's what we want to do. So you see we're circling the airfield. I learned how to turn my head so I can we don't have a lot of visibility with this pilot since he's low skilled, so we're gonna have to wait for targets to come right up on us. Now we can see those guys 10 miles out, so which isn't really far for our airfield. Here comes their wave of fighters. Turning back towards the airfield. It's right there. You see the runway right there. bogey over here on the east. We're gonna stay disciplined. And, deal with him as he comes. Some bogeys coming in from the south. I'm gonna swing around this way. Line us up with keep the other guys in front of us. We're 5 miles out. Or if we should intercept or wait. I think we should wait because those guys are faster and stronger than us. At least they can waste energy coming over here and be a lesser target for our guys. Nope. I'm the combat air patrol for the base, so I have to maintain my defense. Looks like her nose is dipped. Why we want to maintain a high altitude is all those planes are way better than us and we can't ascend fast, so we're going to rely on our ability to come down on people. When this plane dies, it dies at around 250 miles per hour from 9,600 feet. It's better to let the other guys come to us. We probably won't win the dogfight, but the overall strategy is make them waste time and energy on knocking us out. We want to be a difficult target and a stubborn target, but not necessarily a aggressive attacker. Here's the airfield below us. It's I-16 below us. Now you'll see as we gain skill in the game, we're going to be able to see further out because our visibility sucks to pilot right now, so we can't be out there on the front lines. That's not our job. But this teaches you how to maintain a defensive position. That's what a fighter is, a defensive unit. It's not an offensive. Offensive unit is a strike aircraft or attack aircraft, and they're designed to go out, infiltrate the enemy behind the line and drop bombs. We're a light fighter, so our job is to secure the airfield. And now we're not... The airfield itself has a lot of anti-aircraft, so we got a lot of support fire, which is why we don't have to be heavily armed. We're also a slow-moving target, so it's hard for people to jump up on you with a fast-moving aircraft. But because we're slow-moving aircraft, we can maintain our relative position to the base rather easy. Because we're slow. The perfect job for this aircraft. But in these type of games, you want to stay alive. You get more points for staying alive as you're training your guy. But this is the job of the Combat Air Patrol. Like we're leaving a vapor trail, look at that. We're almost at our 15,000 foot parking orbit here. Just using our rudder there to maintain our orbit. I think if we're going to maintain a combat air patrol setup, we might not use bombs. Might just not outload those because it would be save us a ton of money. I remember plane has fuel, so I'm not going to worry about it since we're right above the airport anyway, so it'd be easy for us to get back to the airport. As opposed to our other guys out there. I think on the next, between the next thing, I'm going to switch my camera and put it in the lower bottom left. Probably the bottom right would be the most, because I don't really need all the information. I don't need to be able to see the stuff on the bottom right, because I can see it when I bring the map up. We're almost up to our parking orbit. We're above the clouds. Look at that. We're up there. Now what we're doing is we're doing our combat air patrol, guarding the airbase. So if the enemy slips in, we'll have to intercept them, but so far no enemy has come our way. But we're starting to lose a lot of battles out there, so we only got 3 guys left to their 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys. I don't think we're gonna win this battle. Or I think we're not gonna win. But we're maintaining our discipline. Some bogeys coming in. Alright, those are our tanks over there along the river there. That our senses are picking up on the left side of the screen there. Once you get up to about 15,000, 20,000 feet, the ground looks a lot different. Look down at the base there. There's the runway. You can barely see the airfield. I see it off to the left side there. It's the airfield garden. That's what a runway looks like from 15,000 feet up. No doubt. Now as we're doing our orbits, gradually dipping our nose so we can maintain our airspeed and slowly ascend to our parking orbit. I don't expect us to win any dogfights, but the job is to make it hard and difficult for the enemy. I'm the only 3 guys left. There, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys. Yep, 15,000 feet. Climbing. I think they've won the battle. I think they've won the battle. I think a lot of reasons why people lose the battles is they don't play the game in a military way. They come in, they think it's an arcade game, and don't play with any type of strategy. But that's not our job. Our job is to keep the airfield clear. Deny the air above the airfield to the enemy. Good job. So we're just, what, 3 miles above the airfield? Right? And 30,000 feet is 5 miles. So we're just about 2.5 miles above the airfield. Which, we're out of machine gun range. What? I'm shocked. Well, we maintained our position. That's what we're designed to do. Remember, light aircraft, fighter aircraft are defensive units. They're designed for combat air patrol. And this plane isn't designed to go out there and shoot people down. It's designed to hover the airfield, use your anti-aircraft as support from the airfield. And you're not going to get a lot of points unless anybody attacks. But we're going to slowly grind our guy up. Hope for the best. We didn't make any money, but we didn't lose any money, so that's a positive. Well, wait for the next one. If we maintain doing the combat air patrol, it's going to be kind of a hit or miss, because your only points you're going to get if people attack the airbase. You'll have an opportunity to get some points. However, you're probably not going to get shot down. The risk to your life is low, but you're getting experience flying the plane in the game and maintaining a defensive posture. Really, your job as a light aircraft is just to not make it easy for the enemy to bomb the airfield. And hopefully buy time for your people to come and defend the airfield. That's why most people are playing. It looks like they're going to be way off in the distance. That's going to be something that probably never happens. But we might get lucky. Gotta have a big picture view of where you're trying to get to. So we plan on playing War Thunder all afternoon, so rather than play a couple different games, we're scheduled to go all the way till 9 o'clock tonight. Personally, I like the aviation side of the game a little more. That will be up until we unlock the naval stuff, then definitely be playing the naval part of the game. Well, there was a success. We didn't get paid, but no one attacked the airfield. Don't know if that was because we were guarding it or just people were too lazy to fly that just all the way back and bomb the base. At least on that map, you could guard the airbase in the closest town next to you, making orbits like that. That grid marker. So. But the furthest town out got bombed. So. That's not up to us though. Or other people need to learn how to play defensively. Right. Should pop any minute. It's been my experience, my 7 days of experience, that takes about 8 to 10 minutes to get in a queue on the air side. The army side, the ground side, takes a little less than that. Sometimes 5 minutes. Between 5 and 8 minutes to get on a team. I don't know if that's good or bad. I think it's a good thing because you can kind of enjoy your snacks between battles. Gives you time to go to the bathroom. pretty much the same mission. It's a different map. It's just like we're in over Germany. Dorseldorf, Bochum. We're going to get tracers. We're going to reduce the bombs. Since we're doing combat air patrol, there's no need for that. We're gonna let everybody go since they're gonna go way down yonder. We're just gonna circle the airfield. We're in the south here. We'll be climbing to our parking orbit of 15,000 feet. And cover the south side of this town too. $1,400 feet. There's no real cloud cover. It's right there. Looks like it's evening time. We're headed west, and that's where the sun is. The sun's setting. Turn back to the airfield. There's an aircraft coming into that town. I wonder if we should intercept it. Let's go ahead. We'll just park over the town just in case. Now remember, our pilot has low, oh, he bombed it. Shoot. Oh. Our pilot doesn't have good visibility, so he can't see all that far. Those guys got great visibility. Or one day better than us. Yeah, so, turn back to the base. Deal with the stuff we have, and, worry about the stuff later. I forgot to change my camera out, now that I'm thinking about it. Maintain our climb here. Need to head back to the base. See the airfield straight ahead. Once you play the game for a while, or if you played any kind of a flight simulator, runways stick out. Especially from the air. We're gonna head back and take up our position at the airfield. See, our aircraft isn't very swift, so when we vary away from the airfield, we invite opportunity for them to sneak in there and bomb it. And it'll take us a while to get back over to our grid mark here. So we're gonna maintain it. Here's the airfield. There's the town ahead. Some type of supply depot over there. Okay, we're over the airfield. Looks like the battle's over there. Swing back around. Sun is a good way to know which way is west. Big beacon in the sky there. And a little slightly northwest. Looks like there's a bogey coming in. It's slightly below us. Gonna slow our throttle down as we're over the airfield. Gonna swing back this way. Looks like there's a thunderstorm. I think we're going to stay around 12,000 feet. Which is about a mile above the airfield, I believe. So, we're a mile above. Let's see. Furthest we can see is what, 10 miles that way? This job is going to be easier when we eventually get a helicopter. I think there's a bogey coming in. JU-88. P-36. P-36 just crossed the river. Let's, stay above the airfield. Just gonna take a chance to swing around. By the time they get closer, we'll be in a better position. Looks like a JU-88 turn back north. It's 4 miles out. There's our aircraft coming in. See that Ju-88 is closing in. It's within 5 miles. Let's go ahead and turn back. See, when you're in a combat air patrol, you got all that anti-aircraft at the base supporting you, so even though you're in a light fighter, there are a lot of guns underneath you. Yeah, we got paid. Got a medal. What's that medal for? A silver medal. Look at that. It's for participating in the battle. Oh, it's our boost. Yeah. Okay, let's go ahead and we're probably gonna be the lowest guy. Nope, we scored 26 points. This guy died early in the battle, so did this guy. Oh, there guys were shot down, look at that. Let's jump into the next one. Alright, got 1 point of experience, look at that. Positive. Right. I should go ahead and change my camera out to the bottom left there. Okay, that's better. Yeah, see, so flying the combat air patrol, maintaining our position over the base is probably the best position for that little biplane to be. Because you're really a defensive platform and not an offensive platform. You're not a strong defensive platform at that. You're not going out there and your job is to let the enemy come to you, you circle the airfield and you ambush them with all your anti-aircraft and flak that's going to come up from the base to support you. So you want to get him all distracted trying to outfly you, which he probably would, and then hope for the anti-aircraft to hit him. Those of you that are wondering why do I gotta play with this little biplane for, that's what it's teaching you is how to play defensively in an air campaign. Very different strategy than what would be for a tank. Now when that... Was it a Ju-88? When he came and attacked the airfield, we weren't like... we didn't know if he was the last guy on the team. We just had a bogey coming in. We hit him. He did bomb the base though. That can be rebuilt. That can be rebuilt. But we guarded the airbase. Kept our guys alive. At least established a point where they had a safe airbase to come to. And repair. Yes. For those long-range bombing missions, you need to let the people who are the attack planes, those really what their role is for. Go out and blow stuff up. Our job isn't to do that. Those guys flying those big super fighters, their job isn't really to go out there and get in dogfights. Their job is to go out there and guard an area on the grid marker and deny that airspace to the enemy. Oh, we're already up. Let's go ahead. Continue our combat air patrol duty. So we're on the east side of the map. Airborne. Right. Swing around. Somebody dropped their bombs. Someone just discovered what the R1 button's for. We're gonna climb up to 12,000 feet. No one's taking a defensive position on our three little areas there. Turn back towards the base.
Take him down.
There's the airfield. Once we're over the airfield, we'll slow our throttle down. We're going to be guarding grid marker C5. Throttle down. No need to waste gas. Swing it down to about 50% power. Now you can maintain your ascent even at 50% power. You just gotta leave your nose so that your airspeed allows you to climb.
Cover me!
We better crank it up because we need to get up fast. Let's ascend, get to our parking orbit, and then we'll throttle back. You need to just stay in this grid mark. C5.
Commencing an attack! Our victory is near.
See a guy coming in. Bogey coming in from the west. He's 8 miles away. Another guy only 4 miles out. You need to intercept. We don't want to get too far from the airfield, because that's part of our defense. Now those guys will try to lure people away from the airfield. You have to be disciplined. There's 4 bogeys coming in. We're gonna climb. Oop, wrong button. 4 miles out. Swing back around.
Cover me! Cover me!
We're gonna maintain our position. I think that BF-109 crashed. Nope. It's a mile out. We need to stay over the airfield. Let's go ahead and swoop down on him. Oh, he crashed. Cool.
Leading for landing.
Yeah, he crashed. The A-gun's got him, probably. See, a lot of guys playing this game, they don't really know, like, defensive tactics. They just think a plane just goes up and shoots people down. Every plane is a dogfighter. That's what fighters do, because they watch Top Gun. And they think they know. I saw Top Gun, isn't that how you play? No. No matter what anybody does, you gotta maintain your defense of the airfield. We're gonna climb back up to 10,000 feet. Now, a lot of people won't really know what you're doing flying over the airfield. They'll just think you're just sitting around not doing anything. Regarding the base, that's what we're doing. Can't guard the base if you're dead. There's only 3 of us left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 of their guys left. All those years of playing NASCAR has prepared me for this moment to fly in left turns. At 194 miles an hour. Order AAA. Just gotta stay alive for 4 minutes. I think we want to stay below the clouds. Looks like it's around 9,000 feet. Cloud cover. Here comes a bogey. Swing back around. Actually, we're gonna go down towards the base. He'll have to follow us. Critical damage hit. Look at that. Parachute. I'm not really sure what those little missions are, but I think the two that I've been in, you have to stay alive within that 3 minutes. And hopefully your AA destroys one of their enemies, but the AA can be over whatever position you're guarding, the town, factory, a base. Your AA comes up and supports that. So you have to stay alive, and then you get points for that. Then they have another one that's called Blind Hunt, I guess. It's like a tag game, I guess. And then someone is a designated target, and the enemy has to come find you. So it's kind of cool. So pretty good there. 2 points. Yep. We're going to continue our combat air patrol. Got some money out of that. We're back up to 115,000. At this rate, we'll have to do another 20 sorties just to get a skill point. But I think you're gaining experience, actual game experience, maneuvering your aircraft, climbing. That takes time. And you're also not dying, hopefully. Learning how to play a defensive area. The role of a fighter. An interceptor is basically a fighter that's designed to go out and intercept the enemy. It's kind of a hybrid of a fighter and an attack aircraft, I guess. Right? Because they can be used in dogfighting, but they can be used in strike, too. That's why the F-14 Tomcat was such an awesome plane. It could do both. A strike and a fighter escort. But its original purpose was to go out and shoot down bombers. It's original, that's why it was an interceptor and not a fighter. A lot of people that saw Top Gun, they think a Tomcat's a fighter, and it's not. It's an interceptor. They were replaced by the F-18. When I was in the Navy, we were still using Tomcats back then. So, at that time, the F-18 Super Hornet, Model D, they were new. They were slowly replacing the F-14 and A6 Intruder. They never really replaced the A6 Intruder, the Navy. Although the F-18 replaced it in terms of its role as an attack aircraft. It can't carry as much ordnance as a A6 Intruder. But A6 Intruder was just designed to fly through AAA fire and small arms fire and get shot at. That's why it has a heavy superstructure. Fly low to the ground and bomb targets in Vietnam. Well, let's go ahead and join Salsa. Right. They should pop pretty soon. I kind of like the long waits because it gives you time to enjoy your Tostitos and salsa, along with a tasty, soft beverage. The essentials to being a armchair fighter pilot or aviator. I don't know what the Soviets call their aviators in World War II. But Russia the language follows the Greek, which a Greek airport's called an aerodrome. I don't know what they would call a pilot. Had to turn a fan on behind me because the air just shut off, and haven't opened the window yet, which I might, but just to get some ventilation in the room. As we live in Florida, it's really hot if you don't have proper ventilation. Oh. The air marshal's calling all pilots to their planes. Now remember, in this game, there's a blue and red, but you don't know whether you're going to be on the blue or red side till the mission starts. Now again, we're combat air patrol, so our job will be to guard the airbase. It's like let's get out to the field. Look at our plans here. We're starting in the north. We'll be guarding the airbase here. And that's really all our plane can do. These little biplanes aren't really designed to go out and shoot down people. Around. We're gonna ascend to 12,000 feet. Don't see any cloud cover. Sun is in the north. It's weird. Must be the summertime in this map. Swing back towards the airfield. Maintaining our ascent. See the airfield. Yet. Oh man, there it is. Gonna lower our pitch. We want to ascend, but we don't want to ascend so fast that it stalls the plane. Remember, our pilot is unskilled, so while we're skilling him up, we don't want to put him in a situation that he's just going to be an open target for everybody. Need to get up. Now we want to stay above the airfield because as those planes come in, they will come under AA fire, and the AA fire and all our guns will support us over the airfield. I'd like to be around 10,000, 12,000 feet. Victory airfield right there. Roll to the right. Comes a bogey coming in, he's flying to that little town there. Our job isn't to guard the town, it's to guard the airbase. But we might be able to lure that guy in. Looks like he's coming in. 3 miles away. Gotta go intercept this guy. Looks like the AA got that guy. Yep, I see his crater right over there. So maintain our position. Guy way out there. He's intercepting our bombers coming in. I'm going to maintain our position here in grid marker D... Is it D5, D3, and D4? See, those bombers coming in are flying really low. Usually bombers would be up to like 10,000, 15,000 feet. 20,000 feet.
Returning to the airfield.
Here comes a guy coming in. He's 4 miles out and closing. Trying to turn back towards the airfield. Remember, our job is to be defensive. Now, attacking a bomber formation with one fighter is not healthy, because they got a lot of AA guns. Guys coming in. Target coming in. Intercept this guy. See how he disappears off the map? Didn't see him crash. Bogey coming in. Remember, let them come to you. Use your defensive position. Pull back on the power.
Returning to the base. Leaving for landing.
And some guys that don't really understand the game, they'll expect you to go out there in a little, what is it, I-15? Go out there and shoot down the entire air force of the enemy. Right, that's gonna happen, yeah. Like we had a guy coming in, but he turned away. What this is teaching you too, other than hovering over in a parking orbit, is even with people coming in, you have, say I'm facing when I'm doing my orbits, I'm facing the opposite direction as they're coming in. You have time to turn around and intercept them. By the time they're over the target, you'll be able to line up on them quite easy. Now you have the most important job, even though you have the worst aircraft, is to guard the base. Deny the airspace above the airfield from the enemy, and all your guys coming back, they're gonna need that airbase to repair, refuel. So you have the most important job as a rookie. That's where most rookies start out, guarding the base. Make sure there's a base to come back to. Bogey coming in from the west. Like I said, going over that one little town. I can't see him here. It's out of my visual. But they're intercepting him, that's good. And this is referred to as the Combat Air Patrol. To me, that's what, just being a light fighter, that seems to be the most obvious position this plane can even do. Mission objective failed, but... one base left. Says the base is still alive. It's gotta be good. Oh, they didn't cover the bombers. That's not my job. That's the guys flying the expensive fighters. That's their job, was to cover bombers. Believe it or not, defending one little grid mark takes a lot of stamina. They still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys. He's flying a torpedo bomber. He has no real role in this theater. He's gonna drop a torpedo on somebody. Yeah. Essentially just a reconnaissance plane now. Still got one base out there. And our airfield's still alive. At 8,000 feet. It looks like someone's bombed our airfield. That's good. Comes a bogey. Turn back towards the airfield. Three miles out. Gotta duck into the airfield for cover. Remember, let them come to you. You want to ambush them. And at this set, we're doing 270 miles per hour. It's the strength of our aircraft. $41. Look at that. That was pay in 1940. was awesome pay in the 1940s. In 2018, that's poverty. Points. Let's go ahead and do another sortie. Now, one thing that I've learned is these numbers under the planes here are your crew experience, so... This crew is level 3, this crew is level 3. This crew is not ranked, and this crew is 1.5. So that's, I think, how you have to start your career out, how I understand it. That's what makes sense to me. You don't send a rookie pilot out there to go shoot down the enemies. We're not Pappy Boynton. Gonna refill my drink. I'll be right back. Right, here we go. Only 3 minutes have gone by. I opened up the windows to get a cross breeze through here to cool the room down. Well, we've ground our way to level 3, our crew, so we're pretty much going to be flying this training plane until we get our crew all trained up. Which I think that's where we need to put our focus. It doesn't matter how great your aircraft is, if you don't have a crew that can fly the airplane, you're useless to other people. We're going to let all the better players go out there and jump in. We're going to maintain our defensive position doing our combat air patrol over the base. We could always patrol over one of the... Because so far on all the maps you have your base, and then you have the other 3, which are like towns or some type of depot that you have to guard, and you can guard that too. Which one of the things I've noticed on a couple of the teams we've been on, and no one guards any of those other than me guarding the base. There's no one really guarding those. Everyone flies off to the center of the town, gets in a massive air fight. They don't really have the aircraft to do that. And then, they die. Like, you see people over there going on these, bombing runs with, fighter aircraft, and that's not really what they're designed to do. You need an attack aircraft. While I'm sitting here, I did unlock this aircraft here, the BB-1. This will be our attack aircraft that we're working on. So we'll be able to do attack roll. I'm thinking of unlocking all three of these, so like we have each of the major things. Although this MiG, the MiG, I think traditionally is an interceptor. So I'd rather go down this line. But, I think we gotta find. But as far as bombers, we're gonna go down this tree. And then I like to do the heavy bombers. This kind of stuff. Although now that I'm looking at it, it says medium bomber, medium bomber. These are the light bombers, right? No, these are attack aircraft. Attack aircraft are used to drop bombs, but they're really almost a fighter-sized aircraft. Sometimes they're a little bit bigger, but not really a bomber. But they can drop bombs. And the Navy calls them strike aircraft. I think the Army calls them attack aircraft. But in the at least when I was in the Navy, they were designated an A. The A6 intruder, A10. The Apache is a AH-166. Attack helicopter. Alright, we're coming down the end of our first hour. Be moving on. I'm going to play for another 2 hours, so hope you're in for the long haul. I know I am. Now, since we're in realistic mode, this is what air combat really is about. Spend a lot of time sitting in one spot, guarding. Sure, denying that airspace to the enemy is our job. Yeah. We're not going to be outfitted with bombs because we're just going to be guarding the airbase. Go ahead and let everybody else get airborne. But last.
Attention to the designated grid zone.
We're gonna stay in E or F4 here. Want to climb to an altitude of 10,000 feet, ideally. Although since the other players don't play with a military style, even though we're in a simulator, a realistic mode, I don't know if 10,000 is an optimal altitude. I know it's optimal for this aircraft. Here's the airfield. To maintain our position, our parking orbit, and ascend. Got a bogey coming in. 5 miles out, we're gonna let him come to us. JU-88. I believe a JU-88 is a dive bomber. Let's continue our ascent. There's a GO-17 coming in. 3 miles out. Need to climb. One thing maintaining your position is really teaching us as a pilot is to learn to use this. The controls are very sensitive, so you're learning how to glide the plane into position like that, maintaining your getting a lot of flight time. So just gradually getting ourselves into position. I think it's a good skill. You need to get up higher. Straighten out our wing. Maintaining our position pretty well. Look at that. Pretty shot. Those of you that just joining us, we're flying a combat air patrol. We're hovering over our base, maintaining a position to deny the enemy the ability to bomb our base. We're trying to climb up to 10,000 feet to our parking orbit over the base. Since we're a light aircraft, a light fighter, we can't really engage people directly without dying. That would be suicidal. So our strength is to maintain a defensive position over our base, allow the enemy to come to us, and then we'll use the AAs on the ground to support us. For the better aircraft that's going to come in and try to shoot us down. This plane, you want to get to above 9,600 feet, because to get your maximum dive depth is from 9,600 feet, which you can dive at a velocity of about 250 miles an hour. Obviously, their airfield didn't have someone guarding it. We reached our effective diving altitude.
Our victory is here.
Here's the airfield. There's a little base ahead of us, but our job isn't to guard that.
I beg your pardon. Destroy the target.
10,000 feet. We're about just under 2 miles above the earth, right? Or, yeah, 2 miles. Even though there's guys right near us, don't take the bait and break down your position, because our job is to guard the base and not that depot. Our job is to guard this airfield and not that depot over there. Oh, he's 2 miles away. Swing around. We gotta intercept this guy. Looks like he's bugging out. We're not gonna chase him down. Gonna maintain our discipline. Guard the base. Military bearing.
Captured most of the strategic zones.
There's a bogey coming in. See how he disappeared off our screen? I don't know exactly why that occurs, but it does. Swing back around to the base. In case you're wondering, turn your head, there's the base right there. That's what we're guarding. Sun's in the east, just has to be the morning hour, huh?
Need backup. Pressure on. Victory is close. Launching an attack.
You got a pretty good line out there. You're establishing a defensive line right there. In the air. I'm playing the free safety position. Guarding the backfield.
Cover me.
There's a bogey coming in. Four miles out there. Uh, 3 miles out. Should we intercept him? Nope. We're gonna maintain our discipline.
Keep it up and victory will be ours.
It's like he dropped some bombs. Yeah, victory. Well, we guarded the base. No one bombed it. Successfully. It's good. We didn't make any money. But we guarded the base. That's all that matters. Didn't get any points. But our job is to guard the base, not score points. So, gonna earn our experience. Right. Between sorties, we're enjoying a Tostitos with restaurant-style salsa, along with root beer. Now our role as a defensive fighter, it's going to be a hit or miss, but we're going to maintain our defensive posture. I think if the base is close to ours, we should probably cover both areas. We'd probably make more money doing that, but I don't think we have the aircraft to really do that kind of stuff. I think it'd be highly likely we would be shot down before we could move to intercept anybody, because everybody has better aircraft than us. So, and if we're playing to our strength is our ability to dive, and our slow speed, maintaining over that airspace, will allow us to survive at a higher probability. Now, what is probably happening, if we're guarding the airfield, people can see that we're guarding it, but if you're gonna bomb a target, you're gonna pick a target where no one's guarding, right? An easy. So that's probably why no one's bombing the airbase, but our job is to guard the airbase. At least that's the role we're trying to play. And the spots that we aren't guarding are being bombed, so let's go, this next one, we'll pick one of the other areas and guard that. See what happens. Now, if there are tanks in the field, we can always guard those as a close-in air support for the tanks. Remember, when you're playing War Thunder, there's a ground game going on and an air game going on. So there's actual people down on the ground fighting a tank battle. And we're supporting that. Gonna be playing this up until about 9 o'clock. Eastern Daylight Saving Time. So we scheduled the whole afternoon for War Thunder. So early evening. Then we'll be switching over to World of Warcraft. The Battle of Azeroth. Although I kind of want to work on some video production tonight. I might take the game night off. Playing World of Warcraft and just focus on getting some videos out the next 2 days. So I work tomorrow, so I plan on doing some video production tomorrow. I don't normally stream on the days I work. One thing I slowly am realizing in this game is you gotta play to your aircraft's strengths. What can you do with what you have? And realize that people have better stuff than you, and you need to let them play to their strengths, and not everybody can do the same thing. So, I figure our role with our capabilities is best as a combat air patrol and not as an interceptor. So far we survived most of the battles this afternoon, except for one where we got shot down. But we survived most of the battles that we've been in. So, however, we didn't get paid for 2 of the battles, so that's not good. However, if you're paid based on where you blow stuff up, you're better off just going out there and being shot down, because you'll make more money, which is not a really good strategy if you're playing a military campaign, because it encourages people to do dumb stuff, I think. I'm gonna go out to the guard E3. Hold up. Gonna fly over to our destination and then establish a parking orbit over the area there. We need to get high, so in case it's bomb, we can drop down on people. Looks like the clouds are low. Looks like we got some tanks out there too. Tank column going across that road. Approaching the cloud cover at 4,000 feet. 2 bogies coming in. I'm gonna stay right here. Guy coming in. 2 guys coming in. They're above us, gotta intercept these guys. Target got bombed up. Yep, let's go back here. Go guard this other area over here. JU-87 there.
Our victory is near.
Now how did he duck off the screen like that? Unless he crashed. Into some cloud cover. We're over the base. We're just, near it. We're just, north of the base. We're gonna stay here. We're gonna try to be this guy's wingman here. He's not really feeling it. Looks like he's going off. I think he crashed.
Thank you very much.
Nope, that's the flat fence. There it is.
A little more effort and the victory will be ours. We've captured most of the strategic zone.
Ahead of him. Those guns are jammed. Oh. Got lucky. Looks like he crashed. Is there smoke coming up? I don't see any bogeys. Do you? Let's advance. We're gonna start shooting us. I'll do that right here. Smoking. Going down. We need to get up out of that airfield or we're gonna get hit. He's on a bomber run. Oh, that guy got him. Cool. Got it. Had a pretty good round that time. Got a lot of points, 205 that time. Interesting thing is we didn't die. That's the best stat. Your research is complete. DB1 up. Call that order up. What I don't understand, I understand what this is saying, but do you have the same crew for every aircraft? And you're just flying a different aircraft? So like your ground crew, your gunners and all that, they all just transfer to the different aircraft? That's what it looks like. We got that attack aircraft. Look at that. So look at it. So, research this, right? So this is the gear we have currently. And this is the stuff we need to research, right? So, take it up. We're probably gonna suck, but what the hell? Now you can load up at the air when you're taking off at the hangar. Whenever you land, you can change your configuration out at the airport. Looks like this plane's got a gunner too. I swear I've never used a gunner before. This will be a learning curve. Hope that guy fires the gun automatically. And try out some of these other aircraft. Might as well take them up and get some training time in them. What does that 1.3 mean? Oh, battle rating. Okay. So we're playing an attack aircraft, so we gotta go out and bomb targets now. But we'll probably have a heavier guns. I know it says 7.62 millimeter. Right. Let's see, what kind of guns do we get? 7 millimeter. 7 millimeter. 7 millimeter. And I guess that 7 millimeter gun is the mainstay for a long time. Bigger bombs, obviously. I wonder if some of these things carry over to other aircraft. I mean, these did. Got default rounds on here. £100 bombs cost $160. Let's use those. What happened here? Been pretty much doing aircraft all day today. Well, it's definitely... I can't think of the right adjective. It's fun. No, funner is not a word. Why exactly is funner not a word? It's an adjective, right? More fun. Most fun. Funnest. Funner. Here we go. First chance to use an attack aircraft here. This will be fun. Our job is to go out and bomb bases and bomb airfields. That's what we're going out to do. Let's go ahead and we got default.
Pilots, your mission is to destroy the enemy's ground equipment and bases.
We're started in the air. What the hell? We're gonna turn north. Definitely a faster aircraft. Got 4 bombs. Gonna fly north. And then turn west. Go ahead and climb. It's a smooth sounding aircraft too. Look at that. Those are all tanks on the ground there. ahead and turn. Heck of a difference from biplane to one of these kind of planes. Here comes our friends. I'm gonna do a dive bomber here. I'm gonna try to intercept us. Expect some AA fire.
The enemy's getting closer to victory.
Level out our wing. We're over at the target. Designated. Dropping bombs. You missed it. It. Stay up. Stay airborne. Stay airborne. I'm trying to keep my gunner leveled so you can get a better shot on people. Fuselage is damaged. We need to get back to the airbase. The aircraft is lisping to one side. I have to go this way. Having a hard time staying alive. I think her I think our bomb bays are open.
If we don't do something fast, the enemy will win.
I'm gonna move the camera over to the right side of the screen. Can't see what the bombs are doing. Apparently you gotta open the doors. It must have been what created all the drag on the aircraft. Other than the bullets hitting the back of the plane. I think we missed the target. He's over the enemy airfield. What's going on? Where all that flak is. There's two airfields. There's one on the right, one on the left. It's important in a bomber that you don't do a lot of this kind of stuff, because bombers aren't really designed for that. They're designed to run straight and level so that your gunners can fire around all those arcs. Not supposed to be the Millennium Falcon. Guys going down. Look at that, their crew didn't even bail out. They stayed in the plane until death occurred. But talk about duty. I hope our bombers are dead. Shoot it. The great Soviet Air Force.
Our victory is here.
Probably shouldn't be wasting rockets on an airplane. Oh, got him. Guy's still in the air. Look at that. No, he ain't. Oh, yeah, another guy came in and actually got the kill. I-16. Little biplane got that guy. It's kind of messed up. You're in like there's a yak fighting this dude. The guy's going down and some other guy comes along and gets the kill. It's the A guns from below. Nowadays, that guy's got to deal with a Stinger missile system. It launched from a shoulder of some guy. Alright, way above him. Look at that. JUAD. Someone got him. Heard his engine blow up. Heard his engine blow out. Hope he doesn't clip that tree. That would suck. You go out, bomb a target, come back, and a tree knocks you out. A little too early from the runway, look at that. Well, he's paying for the ammunition. I-16 pilot, he had to go way down there to stop. I gotta figure out what button it is to open the bomb bay doors. Went to the bomber training and they didn't mention anything about doors in the training. Circling the airport. It's a dangerous maneuver. It's only a mile high. It says he's only at like a... what? 12,000 feet? 13,000 feet?
We need to put more pressure on the enemy.
Hey, guns got him. Look at that. So when you're taking off, remember to stay around the base, and those AA guns and flak guns are more dangerous to those incoming fighters. Don't try to dogfight people when you're inside the airport or around one of the bases.
If we don't do something fast, the enemy will win.
It's way up there. dropped his throttle down to 4%. Yeah. But this is dangerous. He's over the enemy's airport. It's better off flying away. Only one guy on the other team. Against our 3 guys. Or 2 guys. Blind hunt is when it activates whoever the designated guy everyone has to go kill, and if you kill him within that time you get more money or points, and then it changes within the blind hunt. See the guy glowing? He's the designated target during the blind hunt. No duh. Now it's changing. There's only 2 guys left alive. I bailed out in a parachute, see that? My guy is still alive, just the plane crashed. We don't make us sure alive, but his plane crashed.
If we don't do something fast, the enemy will win.
The only place that other guy can be is at this little airport, right? It's only 8 after 8. It'd be funny if that guy's plane was shot down, but he landed somewhere, but he can't take off. Now, even though we're in the air campaign, there's a ground game going on with tanks. So, they can still win the battle. Even though all the aircraft are shot out of the sky. I think a bunch of Air Force guys are sitting around the barracks playing War Thunder as a squadron. Have like pretty formations. Bet if you're a bunch of pilots playing this game, you did massacre everybody. There he is. Finally. This guy showed up. He must have been hiding out on one of the edges of the map. Now he's going down, yeah. His last plane is shot down, yeah.
If we don't do something fast, the enemy will win.
It's a German airplane. Wonder why he dropped his bombs down in that little field. I think we're gonna switch out to ground. Get some practice in.
The enemy is winning. We must counterattack.
Can't believe it's over. Need some money there. The fuselage repair. Didn't purchase that. Replacement of damaged elements of fuselage, skinning, removal of openings and surface finish to reduce drag. Cleaning of radiator and cooling systems make engines cooling more effective. Okay. Let's go ahead and let's look up the controls for the bomber. Just okay. Small caliber guns are R2. Large caliber guns are R2. Additional guns are R2. Fire machine guns, cannons are right trigger. Is not R2. And drop bombs is R1. Rockets are L1. Right button is toggle flaps. Air brake is left button. Toggle gear is up button. Open bomb bay doors. It says it's not assigned. Go ahead and jump in there. Gonna refill my drink. I'll be right back. Apparently there's a bomb bay, but there are no bomb doors on it. Where are we bombing? Let's go north.
Attention to the designated grid zone. Attention to the designated grid zone. Take him down. Engaging the enemies. Attention to the map. Destroy the target. The enemy is getting closer to victory. Guide on me. Attention to the designated grid zone. Returning to the airfield. Reloading.
Am I damaged?
Leading for landing. Heading to the base. Defend the base. Leading for landing. Leading for landing.
Here's a cool plane. It's an antique. Catalina's a reconnaissance plane. I don't know. He's doing out there. Is he taking pictures? The modern descendant of this plane is the E2, E3 Hawkeye. I'm gonna head and return back to the hangar. Let's get on with it. Got a half hour. Let's go ahead and we're gonna switch to ground. Definitely gonna need to practice on that plane. 11 seconds. Gonna go do our army duty for today. Half hour should be sufficient. We'll be taking out our T-26. Again, training up our crew, because our crew is poor. The tank queue goes a lot faster than the aircraft. What we gotta do, what we're continuing to work on is just moving where we need to go, moving in formation, capturing stuff, and hopefully kill targets, but we're not really good at that last part. So imagine as our crew gets better trained, that part will take care of itself. Now we need to learn the maps, get into terrain, and learn how to hide. Because our skills are low, we don't hide as well as other people. I'm sure other people are seeing us much sooner than we are, so what we're going to do is starting in the lower, we're going to go up this roadway and capture C. If that guy wants to waste his ammunition, it's up to him. Remember, you buy your ammunition in this game. Like everybody's moving to C. We're gonna be a straggler. Gonna let all the experts go in front. We're gonna be the expert and straggle behind. We'll probably be the first to die, but probably not a good idea to block this map. Halt here, and we're gonna move our picture out of the way there. On down the road. Remember proper tank tactics. You don't never want to position your tank within 75 yards of another tank. That way, in case you're bombed, you won't take out the guy next to you. Or if the guy ahead of you is bombed, you won't get hit either. You never want to go over the top of the hill. That's called skylighting. You want to always take the base of the hill, because it masks your movements. Gonna cross through the town here. Bring up our field glasses. I'm going to take position south of the town here. Since we suck, we're gonna let all the really good people go ahead, and we're gonna maintain our position here on the south side of this village. Can't really shoot anything from here. Anything that's gonna shoot us is gonna have to come around this building. But, I don't know how we are for air. I hear it going over. If the air attack, it would be coming from the north, right? I hear the air coming from this side. There he is. And we don't have an anti-aircraft gun, so... we can, Now to activate your guns, you have to hold down the trigger button. But I don't want to reveal our position. We're gonna hold B or C.
Our victory is near.
I think we're in a good spot. From the air, all these rocks would mask us. And by the time they fly over us, it'd be hard to see. Of course, we're vulnerable from this side. But we're more vulnerable if we go out there in front of that building. It's our armor. So we'll just take the best that we can get.
Attention to the map! Attention to the map!
B2. We're nowhere near that. It's one of our aircraft flying over.
A little more effort and victory will be ours.
The only place we have is just a little roadway. And this side, we'll take a position from this way and hope that nobody comes from the left.
Attention to the map! Allied forces have captured a zone.
Find that while you're in binocs mode here, you can turn and look in other directions without changing the position of the turret. I don't think anyone's coming from this way, not yet anyway. But I'm gonna keep my eyes over on this side. That's where guns are at.
victory is close.
We should be able to hear them coming if they're coming around the corner, right? Holding B or C. Look at that. One. The army didn't pay us, the cheap bastards. So, got time for another one. Let's go ahead and research guns. Too late. We're already in a battle. Look at that. I think that we didn't die is the best part. But we didn't end up spending any money. But we didn't make any money, so 2 out of 3 isn't bad. Want to make sure we're playing in a way that greed isn't one of our motivating factors. Plus, we're so far down the list of people that it won't matter. Starting in the north. I'm gonna have to go capture A. Certainly hope this road goes where we need it to go. There's a guy with an A-frame home. Look at that. Oh, the map ends here. Can't go there. Gotta go this way. We don't get killed, but why would they build a road into a mountain?
Allied forces have captured a zone.
Guess it's supposed to be China. where we were before. This is the road, but from the other side. We're probably gonna get shot going down this road, but we need to see how the road goes out. And we're not that good anyway, so... Looks like there's something on fire on that hill.
Attention to the designated grid zone.
A little more effort, and victory will be ours.
Let's get out of the open. So we got a unit right there. Why do we have to leave the area? Why is it saying we had to leave the area? Or wasn't that one of the targets?
Attention to the designated grid square.
Let's keep the pressure on. Victory is close.
Sky is right here, coming up the road. Weren't we supposed to attack one of these two? Because that's the starting area for those guys, right? Isn't that where we're supposed to kill them? Maybe they do that so people don't camp their starting zones, I guess. But we're in realistic mode, so you can't come back. People die, you can't come back, right? This makes sense. Apparently the game creates safe havens for the enemy. Obviously a German tank there. Damn there. Guy with a rocket pack, look at that. he at? He's right here coming up the road. Now why is it that he can come up from there and we didn't? We weren't allowed? Seems strange.
Keep it up and victory will be ours. Allied forces have captured a zone.
I can understand if that's so you can't camp the spawn area, but you can't come back once you're dead. So, not like people are going to be respawning. I guess they could have a reserve vehicle. Ooh. Alright. There's a guy right there. You're familiar with this plane. Look, he's got the little smoke stuff on the side. Well, at least he picked a scenic spot to crash his plane. He killed a cherry tree there. It's a Soviet artillery there, and look at that. Why is he shooting at his own guys? And that battle ended swiftly. Hey, we got paid, look at that. Got completed research there. Searched all modifications for Tier 2 for the T-26. What does that mean? So we got all these things done. This is the next thing we're researching, right? We got engine and what's this artillery support? That's what we need. Artillery support! We already got that. Oh, that's gonna end it for us. We'll be switching over to World of Warcraft. I don't know if we'll be streaming tomorrow. I have to work, so I have to play it by ear. But we'll be back on Monday for our triple feature, afternoon triple feature, with World of Tanks, War Thunder, and Star Wars Battlefront 2. Hope to see you then. Have fun. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your weekend, and take care. Bye-bye.